Good morning, first risers. You are up and Adam, do me a favor, please. In the questions box, please say good morning and where you are from. Where are you hailing from this morning? And I know that 90% of the country is a little chilly today, but you got up, you made it happen. So, good morning. Where are you from? In the questions box. This is also the friendly sound check, so check your sound. And if you are having problems with your sound, the number one way to make this happen is to, by the way, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to close Google Chrome. I'm going to close my browser, and that is the first thing that that they will tell you at GoToWebinar. So close all of the competing, digital things. So, and then also, if that does not work for you for some reason, then do me a favor, just log off and log back on. And it's amazing. Unplug, plug, and a lot of times that works. So, let's see who is first of the first risers this morning to say good morning, right? So, Jose Uriarte the third, the Trace. Good morning from California. Hey, can we just give a hand to all of our West Coasters? Huh? Seriously. Seriously, our West Coasters deserve a little extra special hand because it is 4:15 on the left coast. So, Jim from Boston, Jim Nickerson is here, Laura Anderson is here, Joanne from New Jersey, Lisa Savino. Hi, Lisa. Lisa's doing her Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents program. She's making 400 calls a week, and she's making 100 calls a day, Monday through Thursday, to achieve her goals. And now the appointments are starting to roll in. Virginia Dean in Visalia, beautiful Visalia, California. Westchester, Susan Megan, Minnesota. Colleen Gedker. Kimberly Hunt from beautiful Orlando, Florida. San Diego with Pat Garner. And Kate Ross and from Valparaiso, Indiana. Heather Lemieux from Chile, Toronto. Marcy Walsh from Orlando. Carrie O'Connor, Illinois. Laura Woodard, buried in snow in Philly. 2 feet of snow, people. 2 feet of snow. Fort Wayne, Indiana says, good morning, Nicole Allred. Janice McMillan, Valdosta, Georgia. St. Louis, Mary Krimenacher, I was worried about you this morning. I was worried. I was thinking about you, and you made it. Jamie Duke, Houston. Bothell, Washington. Shelley Korn, another West Coaster. Brainerd, Minnesota. Seattle. Jacksonville, Florida. And Kelly Valadez from Marin County, California. Tony Scarpero right here from Atlanta. He can probably hear my voice. I'm yelling. He can probably hear it over at his house. Mary Baggett, Tallahassee, Florida. Cincinnati, Charmini, and on 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 and on. Right? Karen Kaiser, Waterloo in Iowa, and Castle Rock, Colorado with Tammy Yarnell. Very good. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And I just want to say, aren't these pictures awesome? Look at this picture. Isn't that gorgeous? And here, and this is kind of what my house looks like right now. And got Gail calling in from the airport. And just so you know, if you call in, I don't actually get to see your attendee number, and you don't get to necessarily engage with the questions and things like that, but don't be afraid to jot down your answer and share it with me later, right? Palm trees, that makes us all jealous, doesn't it? 30 mornings by you. To have your photo featured, just post it on Facebook or Twitter. Did you hear me? Facebook or Twitter, or Twitter, with the hashtag 30 mornings. Here's what's funny, is that we accidentally trended last week on Twitter. We hadn't even talked about putting something on Twitter, so that's kind of good. You guys are rocking and rolling, and you are hashtagging the heck out of things. So great! Look at that! Isn't that a great morning over the mountain? I think that's in Arizona. It looks like the side of Camelback Mountain. right? So beautiful pictures. The winner, our weekend winner, is Kirk Brewer. This is a beautiful sunrise in Arizona. And also, I wonder, is Kirk, are you related to Pam Brewer? Because Pam Brewer's like, what? I post a picture every day from Arizona and I haven't won yet. Pam, I have to tell you, I'm thinking your future is as a winner in the photo contest. I'm just throwing it out there. So keep doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is day 15. Welcome to day 15. Listen, today you are halfway done. You're halfway done. From here on out, it's easy. The rock is rolling downhill from here on out. That's how it works. The 30-day challenge, days 15 and 16 are the hardest days. And then from there, something triggers in the brain and it's working for you. So we've covered silence, we've covered affirmations and appreciations, we've covered visualization, and this is the week we cover exercise, reading, and scribing. Yes, all in one week. So for the West Coasters, it is 4:15. For you, it's 7:15. Our wake-up call was to get up 45 minutes earlier than our original start time. You did it, right? You made it happen. E is for exercise. The digital support, the app of the day, if you will, check out the YouTube channel for Yoga Camp, or Yoga with Adriene is the actual, is the channel. And not only does she do yoga, but she adds affirmations, meditation, and visualization to the mix. This was found by Raquel Horfer. And I want you to know that I am going to do one of these yogas with Adriene right after this call. How cool is that? So I played a couple of them last night, did not participate in them, but I liked it so much that it's like, you know what? I'm going to try this with all the positivity that she mixes in. So thank you, Raquel. So here's a question, right? And I want you to put in the questions box, so how'd Friday go? Right? How'd Friday go? Raquel is like, you said my name perfectly. Well, the sweetest music to everyone's ear is the sound of their own name. How to win friends and influence people. So Friday was great. Awesome. Sherry was wonderful. Friday went well. I heard she had a little static in her line to start out with, but she figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know something. This is like how Sherry and I think, right? Is Sherry practiced that webinar 3 times on Thursday. She practiced 3 times on Thursday. And because she wanted to deliver excellence. She wanted to deliver a phenomenal product. So I just want you to know that, you know, I hope it went well, and you know, it's the put it all together piece, which is an important piece. And from what I listened to, she nailed it. So I think the bottom line here is she didn't let it bother her. She fixed it and got back to it, which is, right? What is that? That's like calm under fire, right? So things are going to happen. And congrats to day number 15. You've shown up no matter what. So my next question is this. It's halftime, right? So I feel like today is kind of like the day where I'm the coach and I'm bringing us in at halftime, right? It's basketball or it's football or it's soccer or whatever it may be, but it's halftime and I'm bringing you in, right? So the very first thing that I would say to the team is, all right, so what have you learned so far? What's been your biggest aha? And I know that some of you are joining us for the very first time, and your aha is that there's actually a webinar that's going on doing this. But what has been your biggest aha so far? What have we learned from the first half? I like getting up with intention, with purpose, Sarah Chattel. Liz Smith says, you know what? I am a morning person. He who owns the morning owns the day. Jeannie is quoting me already. Are you kidding me? Jeannie DiCarlo. That I can actually get up earlier and still function. Carrie Paolillo says, how important affirmations are and that they work. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Listen, what's so funny is people go, it works, and they sound so surprised. They're like, oh my gosh, this stuff actually works. And same thing with 7L, right? It's like I did that strategy and it worked. Oh my gosh. And I'm sitting there like with a perplexed look on my face going, yeah, that's why we wrote this. So I love the morning, says Anne Marie Clements. Yay. Uh, my aha has been that it's easier than I thought. Yeah, that's the typical comment, right? To continue to keep visualizing positive things happening. Char Meaning says, yeah, Char, perfect. Just show up, Debbie Hardy. If I get up early and stay up, I get so much more done on a given day. And I don't really have time to go into it today, but everybody's always saying, well, gosh, I wish there were 25 hours in the day. I've found the 25th hour for you. It's the hour before you used to get up, and you're doing it right now. You're 45 minutes into it. You're 45 minutes into getting an extra hour back right now. Affirmations were one of the biggest to Raquel. Being focused and owning my mornings, Kate Ross. Bedtime affirmations really do help. They really do. I love my nightly ritual. I hugged it last night. So good. How productive my days are now, Mary Krumenacher says. My health and my yoga workout is critical. So true. That I can make it through the day, even getting it up early, Lisa Booth says, even getting up earlier. Starting the day happily, Linda Krause says. Mornings aren't evil, Jennifer Hatcher says. Yeah, great mornings, great starts. Bedtime affirmations, yes, it's not as hard to get up early as I thought, Tony Scarpero says. Breaking the negative morning cycle. Yeah, now we're in a positive morning cycle. Starting your day with calm, focus, and positivity, and then pay it forward. That we don't have to be perfect with all 6 savers immediately. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, what I learned is no matter what. Gail has recommitted to committed. With structure in the morning gives me structure all day. That's truly it. Doing this with some of my team totally multiplies the momentum. I can always be better, Karen learned. And that's the truth. She's been doing the work. She's been doing the morning ritual for a long time. She's one of our Platinum Private Coaching clients and a Catalyst Club member. I love mornings. I love the savers. It gives me more direction and focus. That this is not horrible, Laura Fowler, our video girl, says. Being on the call, period. I haven't gotten up earlier than the call, but I'm getting up earlier than usual. I'm excited to get my day started. My mornings are much more productive. A great morning routine catapults your day. Yeah. I consider this my coaching call for the day. My aha so far is waking up with purpose. Speaking into your life is most important. Affirmations. Yeah. Peter is doing it now too, Sarah Chattel says, which is awesome. So let's see. Gosh, this is awesome. You're the first risers. Yeah. So rolling into today's lesson, right, is that's awesome. We're feeling great. Things are awesome. There's 200 of you here today. And my next question at halftime, and this was always it. I coach boys, I coach girls, I coach football, I coach basketball, boys and girls basketball, I coach soccer. And so I always ask them at halftime, all right, ladies, what's the least important score in sports? Or, gentlemen, what's the least important score in sports? Right? So what's the least important score in sports? The halftime score. The halftime score is the least important score in sports. Like, how many of you checked to see if Denver or New England was leading at halftime? Yeah, nobody did. You did not. Nobody ever checks the halftime score to see if New England or Denver was leading. And congratulations to my Denver friends. and Denver fans. Nobody checked in the Carolina-Arizona game who was leading at halftime. All you looked at was that Carolina won. Big. And congratulations to my Carolina friends and fans, and I know we have some on here. Great season, Arizona and New England. Better luck next year. But the bottom line is all right, you made it to this point, and the key to the next part is execution. The second half is where we really need to execute what we're doing, and we're going to do that. We're going to execute the whole play. We've been putting the plays together, but in the second half, we're going to put it together play by play. Now, I don't know what you do for could be that man or woman sitting on the end of this line with a six-pack, and you are a personal trainer, and you are you are in the epitome of shape, right? But I want everybody to really think about their health and fitness plan, not their health plan like that you sign up for, which is actually not a health plan. It's actually a when you're broken down plan, right? It's more of a fixed plan than it is a health plan. A health plan is doing what you need to do first, right? And there are 5 factors for functional fitness, which is interesting because there's 5 days of the work week. I'm not saying that we need to line those up or anything like that, but this was a big aha for me in my health and fitness plan, right? My schedule, if you will. And that is, there are 5 factors for functional fitness. And as we get older, we need to make sure that we have something from all of this in our schedule. And when I got this, it was just like such an aha, because I'm guessing that you're better at one of these than the other. And I mean like much better. And I would guess there's 1 or 2 on here that you haven't even thought of in the last 20, 30 years, right? So they are balance, agility, or coordination. So balance, let's call that balance. And this is where in your schedule, do you have yoga, agility drills, multi-move type of workouts, Zumba, right? Do you have dancing in your health plan, in your health and fitness plan? So then flexibility. This is the one that has been an aha for me, is that I will tell you I'm tighter than, or I used to be tighter. You see how I caught myself on my affirmation? I used to be tighter than a drum. And through stretching, I'm becoming more flexible. And flexibility is so important if you don't want the aches and pains. What happens is these things start to tighten up, and you start to get, it starts to pull your skeleton out of whack, right? And that's not good. So making sure that you're doing a dynamic warm-up, right, to your day, to your workout. And then a nice cool down, stretching cool down. Stretching is part of your workout. It should be part of every workout. Strength. This is some, especially with women, I've found that's been a big aha, because the age-old myth was that if you lifted and you were a woman, you would get all bulky. Well, what we found out is that's not true. You actually get more svelte and you get more healthy looking, right? So resistance training, P90X or T25 is an example, CrossFit, powerlifting, get some weights, get something that's resisting your body weight only, right? Endurance. This is one that I've seen a lot of people have, walking, running. Walking is an endurance activity. Running, biking, aerobics, etc., right? And then speed. This is one that I have to tell you that is the number one thing that when I talk to coaching clients and talk to people that they don't have in their workout. They don't have something that requires them to move as fast as possible. And you know what? You're missing out on one of the best things you can do, because what happens is those muscles, those white blood cell, or those white blood cells, those white muscle fibers, you have red muscle fibers and white muscle fibers. The whites are the ones that honestly can help your fitness the most. Those are the ones that are worked by sprints, by high intensity interval training, by high knees, by jumping rope, by doing jumping jacks, things like that. So moving fast. So here's the deal. Yeah, we're going to do this. Hey, what good is it if we just talk about it? So everybody stand up. Let's all stand up. Yes, I know some of you are in a car, not a good place to stand up. So you're going to have to do this later. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 30 jumping jacks. Yes, get up, Fowler, get up. Everybody up. Come on, Tony, Jennifer, Linda, Lisa, let's go. Sarah and Peter, everybody up. All right, shake it out a little bit. Shake it out a little bit, right? Shake your right leg, shake your leg, you know, what is it? Kick it out. All right, so right arm, shake your left arm a little bit. All right, we're just going to do 30 jumping jacks. Sound good? All right, I'm not sure how my headset's going to react to this, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, on me. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. And 30. So during jumping jacks, audio connection issues. Isn't that beautiful? So, how we doing? How we doing? We lost you. Isn't that so funny? That's awesome. Yeah, do the hokey pokey. So, all right, so I think we lost you. Of course you did, right? I don't know why that happened, but I'm back on now. So, yes, okay. So, what are you guys doing for exercise, right? Yeah, Fred Collis is like, I'm gasping for air. Yeah, right. He's in good shape. Yeah, thanks for making me do that. Feeling energized. Nick Shoemaker is my bodybuilder in Tennessee. She loves lifting. She looks fabulous. Walking, yoga, walk and stretching. I did We Fit. God, I need to do that. I need to look at We Fit. My son would love that. My son's a stud. Kirk Brewer, you do have that email right. The Body Beast morning stretching routine. I love that. I will tell you though, okay, so I do the stretching in bed and then get up. I don't know if I can count that as exercise, but I do it every morning because I have to. But I've had some people email me about the stretching routine and love it. And I will tell you that the other part of that too is that you need to strengthen your core if you have back issues, right? There needs to be some setups. And then Orange Theory incorporates a lot of these workouts, which Kathy Kipp says. I usually hike 4 to 5 days a week. That's incredible. But realize, like, I mean, has this been an aha for you that there's more to it than just like hiking or just yoga, right? And the thing is what do we typically do? We typically do what we're best at, right? Like me, weightlifting. The weightlifting part of the 5 factors, I am phenomenal at, right? Strength, I've always been really, really strong. So I go in, I do the bench press, I blow it out, you know, I do a bunch of weight, and, you know, and then maybe that's why I'm tight. You know, maybe that's what the flexibility is a concern. So what I'm going to encourage you to do this week is add one of the other factors. Add add balance. And balance doesn't mean yoga, just so everybody knows. So, you know, balance, there you can do a set of balance exercises off of YouTube. So I'm going to go back one slide just to show you those 5, but add one of those 5, right? Add one of those 5 to your schedule. Yoga or Zumba, if you're part of a gym, they've got a Zumba class, trust me. But balance, just go through. There's a balance routine. There's 1,000 balance routines on YouTube. I encourage you to find one and share it with the group. Flexibility, just having a stretching routine, you know, having a warm-up routine, have a cool-down routine. Strength, so this, you can do this in the home. This could be push-ups, this could be set-ups. And just for the record, please dress comfortably for tomorrow's class. That's just a warning. And even Mare Dog is going to dress comfortably and huff and puff a little bit. So it's all good. Endurance, walking, running, biking, aerobics, hiking, that's endurance. Speed, you know, moving fast. If you are hiking, you know, are there pieces of it where you could sprint or run fast? Be careful, right? Do it safely. High knees, jumping rope, speed. And listen, you're like, oh, I look like a fool. Here's the deal. Do high knees as fast as you can in your house, like we are tomorrow. All right. So, MMREA, you finished it. You made it happen. So what is your biggest aha from reading this book that I spent hours and hours and hours writing? And then Mike and Jay and Hal spent hours and hours on editing, right? So, yeah, I didn't put water sports in there, but water sports definitely help, right? Kayaking or swimming, things like that. So tell me now, what was the big thing from MMREA? So Shauna says the turnaround in Rick's life doing the Miracle Morning routine, right? Create your routine, own your morning, own your day, own your life, Hans Brunner says. Absolutely. Book, be intentional and save time for yourself to be most productive in life, family. If you start something and see it through, you will win. Yeah, I was completely inspired by Rick's story to be able to refocus on his life. Yeah, I love that it continued from 7L. Yeah, it's the only way I know how to write. You know, I'm not just going to tell you. How about if I could show you the transformation? We focus on great things, and great things seem to happen to us. The average person can become a rock star with structure, truly. Yeah, fly, first love yourself, and visualization to success, Ivana Smith says. I love that Michelle recognized Rick needed TMM and encouraged him to do it when she was in the hospital. Yeah, my husband is recognizing it too, Tara Hall. Yeah, you can relate to that, huh? Prayers. Yeah. MMREA sunk in this weekend after reading Miracle Morning, Raquel says. I experienced the value of a morning ritual, silence with a purpose. Absolutely, Jeannie DiCarlo. It's given me a great foundation so that I can live a level 10 life. Yeah, absolutely, Angie Harness. Dory says, love the story as if it were real life happening. It's relatable. Yeah, getting back in the routine after 9 months, Donna. That's absolutely right. And I will tell you, living in the Bahamas, having a ritual and a routine is very important. When you're in Hawaii or Bahamas or the Caribbean, the pace of life can, I don't want to say it can slow you down, but it can slow you down. So having rituals and having those type of productivity things is key when you're surrounded by an environment that is maybe a slower paced environment, right? Yeah, giving myself permission to fly is huge. Phyllis Miller, visualizations were my biggest aha. Been in the that's Peta Williams. Been in the business a long time. The beauty of how easy to get back on track. The importance of mornings, Melinda Frieselben says, you know. So big ahas, you know, and that's the power of the book. It's a short book. It's only 80 some pages, but with a big lesson, right? Now, the Freedom Journal. I want to know, what's your biggest to-do for today? What's the biggest thing you need to get done today? Put it in the questions box. What is your number one to-do to get done today? What's the one thing you got to get done? What is your one thing? You didn't lose me. I'm just listening. I'm actually watching these come through. I want you to share with me your one thing, like time block, organize, brokerage. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. All right. Your top things. Yeah. Let me ask you something. Okay. So what? Okay. So I'll read through these, and you help me here. What would some coaching be to what I see, right? And you tell me what you think. So to-dos, starting right here. So start vision board. You know who you are. I'm not going to read names, right? Complete 1099s. Database. Make my calls and notes. Make my calls. CMA and listing appointment. Listing appointment. Database. 5 contracts to escrow. 5 January calls. My 100 calls. Follow up with weekend contacts. Get the listing agreement signed from the appointment. Continue to work on tax prep for accountant. Showing houses. Send out HUDs to past clients. Remain calm during difficult discussion toward resolution. REMAX convention in Galveston. Closing on a home for a buyer. Calls and follow-up. Get home to watch my granddaughter wrestle. 5 calls. Post a recording from last week's Redbook conference call. Passport applications. 1099s. Client follow-up. Protect my lead gen time. Write an offer for a client. Lead gen for 2+ hours. 20 names into my database. Put together a master schedule. Prepare for several listing appointments no matter what. Call, follow up with open house contacts, drink more water. Okay, so what do you notice when I list those out? Who would you bet on? When somebody tells you they're and who would you say, yeah, you know what, I'm not sure that's going to happen today. Or what does that look like, right? What is the difference between the ones you're absolutely going to bet on 100% and the one who you're not going to bet on, right? What's the coaching that you would give from what you've heard so far? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys are getting this, right? So, Jennifer Hatcher says they are all very general. The ones you're going to bet on, Allison Norman says, the ones that are more specific. Let's see, Arlene Quirk says maybe the goals aren't big enough. And I want you to know that I'm not sure I'm going to coach that direction, but I mean, here's the thing. I'll give you an example, is you could tell me you're going to make 100 calls today, And I would go, okay, all right, that's pretty specific. But if you told me that my biggest thing is to call Arlene Quirk today, and her number is this, then you know what? I'm betting on that person to win because they're specific. The person with the most specific to do wins. The most detailed wins. The specific measured ones win. If it's specific and you can measure it and it's time bound, you will win. This sounds like goal setting almost. Yes. See, your biggest to do for the day is really another way of saying what's your biggest goal for the day. So we need to apply the SMARTER rules, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound, exciting, and rewarding to the day, to what our specific goal is, right? So make it happen, right? Now we're getting them. Now we're getting them. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. All right. I like it. We got some ahas on that one. Good. All right. So let's rock the day today, right? So we're in over 30 minutes of call today. My apologies. Let's keep these to 30 minutes in the future. I just love you guys. I just love talking. So get 45 minutes earlier than start time. Check that off. Do 6-minute savers, or today is silence with affirmations and appreciations plus visualization plus exercise for 15 to 30 minutes. It's not the order. You don't have to do savers, but it's that you have order to your ritual. Write in the Freedom Journal day 15 today, so take about 5 minutes on that. Share your photos and tag 30 mornings. These are so inspiring. My entire team talks about you every day. My entire team, it's just like, oh my God, did you see that picture? You know. All right, next, download an exercise app. Try it out. Or go to YouTube and look up an exercise app for one of the 5 elements of functional fitness that you don't necessarily have, right? Report back tomorrow. You aren't committing to doing it every day or anything like that, but just do some app searches. Make sure you listen to it or read it or whatever it is. Watch it and make sure you like it, and then be able to tell us why you like it, right? Health-wise, exercise-wise, flexibility-wise, balance-wise, strength-wise, endurance-wise. Tomorrow, the 30 morning webinar is 4:15 a.m. sharp Pacific, 7:15 a.m. Eastern. Remember, we're 45 minutes earlier than start time. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're stealing an hour. We are earning an hour. We are getting an extra hour in our day. Great job. We'll see you tomorrow. As a reminder, dress comfortably tomorrow. You may even work up a sweat. Hey, I love you. Thanks for being here today. Keep kicking butt. Keep making things happen. You're the best. I appreciate you. And we will see you tomorrow on day 16 of 30 mornings. You're the first risers. Keep making it happen. First risers. First love yourself.